This video will show you how to lift and support your vehicle using the factory recommended lift and support points. Over the years, some of these cars have weakened in areas. Make sure to check the undercarriage of your car for any rust or damage and make your own decision on whether you only want to lift the vehicle from a frame rail or cross member. If you're going to be DIYing your car and you can afford it, you should buy the best jack and stands you can find. This is the best jack I have ever used. While you do not need to purchase this jack, you should never use a jack provided with the car unless it is an emergency roadside situation. If your 944 has been lowered, you may need to drive it up onto some 2x12 sections of wood to give you enough clearance to get the jack underneath. Whether your car is in show condition or not is no reason to scratch or mar the paint on the underside. I like to place a beloved Toronto Maple Leaf hockey puck between my jack and jack points to avoid the metal-on-metal contact. When lifting one side of the vehicle, make sure you chock the wheels on the opposite side with 2x4 pieces of wood, both in front and behind the wheel, red arrows. If you are lifting the front or rear, make sure you chock all the wheels you are not lifting. Remember, if you lift the rear of the car, the parking brake will no longer have any effect on holding the vehicle. The 944 has a center lifting point for when you are jacking up the vehicle. This allows you to safely lift one side of the vehicle at a time and leaves you room to place jack stands. You can also safely lift the rear of the car from the transaxle or the front cross support beam. Locate the jacking point in the center of the car and place your jack securely under it. This is a good time to check the integrity of this point as they have aged poorly over the years. Only lift the vehicle high enough, red arrow, to place jack stands under it, yellow arrows. Once it is securely on the jack stand, you can move to the other side and jack it up. If you need to lift the vehicle higher, do it side to side, lifting each side in small amounts. On the front of the 944, there is a factory jack support area, red arrow, with a cutout in the underbody tray. You can also place jack stands under the frame rail, yellow arrow, but you will not be able to remove the underbody trays with the jack stands in this area. The front lift point in this picture is per Porsche's factory recommendations. However, some cars that have been exposed to weather or have not been properly maintained can have body corrosion that may weaken this area. If that is the case, only use the frame rail or cross member in the front. There is a factory jack support area, red arrow, where you can place your jack stands. People sometimes mistake the circular area on the rear to be the same as the factory support area on the front. It is not, and you can damage the underbody metal by placing a jack stand here, yellow arrow, as shown on our project car. This photo illustrates the two factory support areas for using a 4-point lift, or where to place your jack stands, red arrows. You can also lift the rear of the vehicle using the transaxle, red arrow. Thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe to our channel and check out another video in this series.